Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully, everyone was able to complete your note sheet yesterday that we did together, and also your annotation of the article Malaria, because today we're going to go on to the next step of going ahead in the process of writing a summary. So this is just a pretty simple step for today. Everybody's online today, so I wanted to keep it quick and simple for you. We're just going to fill out a graphic organizer today, and then you're going to make a Padlet response in Padlet that the link is right here in Schoology for you. So, of course, how do I write an objective summary is what we are going to be trying to do. Remember, we aren't putting opinions in any of this information that goes into the summary. So let's continue here. The first thing I'm going to do for you is I'm going to model for you how to complete a graphic organizer for the text Malaria. Now, very simply, you can create a graphic organizer on a piece of paper, and that is what I would like you to do. Grab a piece of lined paper, plain paper. It doesn't need to be fancy, but you're going to create a graphic organizer, and it is going to look something like this. There. So really all you need to have is a circle in the center, and that needs to say central idea or main idea. And then you have 6 boxes out around the central idea. One says what, one says when, one says how, why, who, or what, and where, okay? Also the topic. So on here, I also put summary GO for malaria. Malaria is the topic of this article. So that's what I put on there for the topic, okay? So just making sure you have central idea circle, 6 squares. Doesn't have to be, perfect or anything like that, because mine sure isn't if you look at that, all right? And then I just titled them with what, when, how, why, who or what, and where. And then I put malaria, which is our topic, at the top, okay? So once you have that completed, okay, you're going to be filling this out along with me. And we're going to be using the information from the article that we read yesterday, the malaria article, okay? And we're going to be putting that information right into this graphic organizer, all right, to help us to write that summary. So what happened in that article? Well, the parasites in mosquitoes are causing malaria and killing people, okay? That's the what. That's the big what happened. When did it happen? This is occurring now. So remember when we were talking about setting, it can be in the past, it can be in the future, it can be in the present, right? A lot of articles are going to be present, especially if they're news type articles, okay? It doesn't have to be super specific. If you're reading a textbook or it's a historical article, they may give you a date or a time period that it's talking about, and you can put that in there. Will you always have the when? Maybe not, okay? Do your best on that one. How did it happen? Well, mosquitoes bite and infect people because they don't have nets to keep the mosquitoes away. That's how it's happening, how this disease is spreading in Africa. Why did it happen? Well, there's no vaccine and there's not enough nets. That's why this is happening. Who or what was involved? Of course, we're talking about mosquitoes causing malaria in Africa. So yes, that's a little repetitive, but we want to make sure that if we're repeating something, that we definitely include it in our summary, okay? And then finally, where did it happen? That one's simple. It's in Africa, okay? All across Africa, all right? So then finally, we're going to put the central idea in here. Malaria is still a big problem in Africa, all right? Central idea of that entire article, okay? Now, I know that I did this for you, and you are creating this. So that means when you come to class, next time I see you, I will be checking for this organizer and that you have all of the red print that I have on the papers, that on the screen here, in your organizer, okay? It's very, very important step because you're going to need this tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to be on your own trying to write a summary with this information. So you need to have this information, okay? Make sure you have all of it, okay? So if you have to pause the video, do that, all right? So let me escape out of here and go back to here. So the only other activity that you are going to be doing today is a really quick ticket out the door. So that is the next thing in Schoology that you're going to do. You're going to click on the Padlet and answer the question, what should you include in a nonfiction summary? Okay, so that's our next step. We took notes on this yesterday, so you should have those notes handy. What do you need to include in a nonfiction summary? What are some of those things you should include? And you can even think about some of those things that we've been talking about including in our writing in general. Okay, so think about that. What did we just include last week when we were writing? Okay, on that checklist when we were writing our paragraphs, our nonfiction paragraphs, we included some things that I was looking for that I had taught you about writing back, around Christmas time. All right, so think about those things that you should be including in nonfiction summaries. All right, and I can't wait to see what all you put down and what all you remember. Okay, all right, and hopefully I will see you soon. Tomorrow you'll be taking all of this information and writing a short summary for the article Malaria. Have a great Wednesday.